So, yeah, it just comes out today that the NBA is not going to require vaccines for the players. As for the refs, the arena staff, and other game day personnel whose duties require them to be within 15 feet of the players, well, they all have to get one. Just like if you want to kneel down next to AOC at the Met Gala, you better have your mask over your face, but she's not going to have hers. And this is becoming a theme, from Gavin Newsom and the French Laundry to, all these politicians that we've seen throughout trying to skirt the rules, sort of issue these mask mandates and then skirt off to the city limits to go have a maskless outing. And now it comes to sports. What do you make of it?
Man, I mean, the NBA has been working on this for a long time. I mean, many months ago, they mandated that everyone essentially who is not a player pretty much has to have a vaccine. So that's the referees, it's the folks who work on the team, the Players Association, or one of these team people who represent the players themselves says that 75% of the players are vaccinated. And they've been going back and forth about this insane scheme by which they would separate players and have lockers for the unvaccinated on the other side of the arena. And you'd have to ride in a different section of the plane. You have to eat separate from everyone else. There are a couple of things come to mind immediately. It is hard for me to believe that if that 25% included mostly just marginal players as opposed to superstars who've been, I don't know, a little cagey when asked directly whether or not they want to get vaccinated or have been vaccinated. LeBron James. So I think if it wasn't for the big money guys saying no to this, that they would probably move on and just do the mandate for all of the players, and the players would do it because the WNBA is apparently like 99% vaccinated and has been for some time now.
Look at the situation we're now in, thanks to Biden's executive order. We've got nurses who have had COVID, who have natural immunity, who are about to get their asses fired if they don't get a vaccine that they do not appear to need. But so they're going to get fired, and they're not going to be able to take care of people who are going to the hospitals who didn't get vaccinated, right? They won't be there anymore to take care of them because they think their natural immunity ought to be good enough in the same way Rand Paul thinks his ought to be good enough. And the studies are suggesting you may even have better immunity if you had COVID.
Yeah,
but
more durable.
you can have basketball players running around on the court because I guess Biden's order doesn't encompass them. Who are unvaccinated, and that's just fine because what? Science? I'm thinking it's more like money and elitism and their ability to earn a bunch of money for people who own sports teams and arenas.
Well, one part of it, at least they're not, the basketball players are not themselves being hypocrites about it. They're not spending all of their time telling everybody that they really need to get vaccinated and come on, stop being all hesitant in the South or wherever. They're not doing that. That's unlike.
No, they're like, did you hear what happened to Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
This big.
I guess you're free for
Just for the record, I don't think it was the big testicles that was the problem, allegedly. It was the alleged impotence that followed the big balls.
Megyn, you're really following this story closely. I just want to say that if you are the
legitimate concerns,
I'm just saying it's kind of interesting. What happened? Like how big? At what point did the bigness cross over into non-functionality?